What up, man? It's your boy Bodine, and I am building with ULSTN Media.
Honey, girl, you better embrace that black. House niggas get back. Brown melanin, beyond intelligent, original.
Man, yo, this is the first joint. I got my man Bodine here.
Yeah.
Rapper, actor, producer, educator, all of that good stuff, man. How you feeling, man?
I feel good, man.
Yeah.
I feel very, very good. It's been a great year. No complaints.
That's what's up, man.
Looking forward to, 2024. And, just achieving new goals and aspirations, bro.
A lot of good stuff in store, man. You got work with a number of different people, got a number of music projects and collaborations with Project Pat, Freeway, Crooked Eye from Slaughterhouse. Your boy T-Dub-O, y'all done a number of projects together, 10th Pole, man.
Yeah.
It's just great to have you here today, man, in the studio with us, man. I like to start from the beginning and then work our way up, if that's cool.
Man,
yeah.
It's your show.
One question I did want to ask you though, man. When you first meet people, do they think you from St. Louis?
Nope.
Why do you think that is, man?
Probably because of the hair or the clothes. Everybody always think I'm from the West Coast.
Man,
they always think I'm from the West Coast.
I could have guessed that, man. It's for some reason. It don't matter if they from St. Louis or not. You know what I mean?
The stick was the look that most the common STL dude wears is the True Religion or the stack jeans, the little, the man purse, the ski mask, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it be real stylish, but that's the St. Louis, you know what I'm saying? Drip.
I guess, man. But I just needed to ask that. But the second one is, man, how would you describe your childhood?
My childhood was pretty cool, bro. I had both parents in the household. So there was structure and order there. Having my dad in the house, you know what I'm saying, definitely kept me on the right track. And not, running off into the street life or looking for, other groups to, fill that void. I said it plenty of times, when I was going through my little tough guy phase, he put me through a skirt straight type of ordeal. Now it's nah, I'm cool on, you know what I'm saying?
What pops do to you, man?
He just brought me around people that was really about that life. I was
he dropped you off in the real
hood. He took me around them areas. So I was nah, I'm cool, man. I'm cool on that. But man, just having him and my mom's in the household, any questions and stuff that I needed to ask, or had questions about with anything, they was always there to, give me an answer. Certain places that I wanted to go or things that I wanted to do, if they knew it wasn't safe, they'd be like, nah, you can't go, you can't do this and that. So I didn't have a free range to do anything. I didn't like it at first because a lot of my friends did.
Yeah.
But now as I got, older and seeing how everybody's, lives kind of panned out, I understand why, they didn't let me do certain things. You know what I mean?
So you was kind of like Trey from Boys in the Hood. That was you.
Yeah. Yep. Furious. Pops was furious. So you know what I'm saying? It's certain things that he was just like, nah, man, you don't want to get into that. But it was definitely, it's definitely appreciated now. The older I get, and being a teacher, and you know what I'm saying, helping mold the young minds of, the next generation. Yeah. And they go through certain situations and stuff like that, and kind of just being a big bro or uncle, hey bro, find a different route. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely important to have positive older male figures you know what I'm saying, in
Definitely.
these young black men's lives.
Definitely.
For sure.
So, man, how did you begin rapping?
I began rapping. I was just always fascinated with how people like Will Smith or Chris Cross. I was young, like, but I was just fascinated how, like, you know, rappers put words together to express how they was, you know, feeling. And then once I learned how to, you know, do that myself, that was just something that, you know, I knew that I wanted to do, like, for the rest of my life. Like, yeah, okay, I like want to do this forever.
Yeah. About how old was you?
I was about 12.
Okay.
12 is when I like took it
when
serious.
you knew was you just like playing with it, or you knew that, all right, this is something I wanted to do?
So like 12 is when I was like, all right, this is something that I wanted to do. Like
Okay.
at first I'll be playing, like the guys that I grew up with, they were already rapping and stuff like that. I'll just be joking around. I'll rap other people, you know what I'm saying, verses and stuff like that. But then like one day I actually spit one of them out, you know what I'm saying, raps, and they said, oh, like that's like really you? I was like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, once I got you know what I'm saying, the nod of approval from like them, then, you know, that's when I took it serious and started writing every day.
And like how you end up doing your first project?
So we did our first project. I had a group called Third Star. We did our first project at our homeboy Paul Gamble's house.
Okay.
On like one of the reels though. You know what I mean? So like when we messed up, like he had to like rewind the reel and like re-record.
Yeah.
So like I came up in that era where like you kind of had to like have your raps like memorized. So like yeah, I like did my first tape at 12, and then we was just selling them around school and stuff like that. So yeah, I've been dropping tapes since like 12 years old,
so
bro.
that's why you punch in like that, huh?
Yeah, in and out.
Because I've heard you mention, you say that, you know, like you and a lot of people you came up with was like the golden era of St. Louis hip hop. Like when you was out and a lot of people around. What time you think that was?
That was like the mid 2010s.
Okay, and
so
why
like
did
2012 to 2017ish maybe.
Okay.
Like that span. That's when everybody just start, you know, coming out the woodworks.
And why do you say that's the golden era of St. Louis hip-hop?
Because that's when all like in my opinion, that's when all like the best talent surfaced. Okay, like of course Nelly, Chingy, Huey, rest in peace. All those guys, they like opened up the door, but people still didn't like see the city as they like took it as like bubblegum rap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And around that time, like once Averb and Hitman Holla and Young Ill, like just the whole World War Street Status movement, once they like kind of showed the world that there is some spitters here, like everybody just started coming out the woodworks, you know what I mean? And I wish that we had like, I wish St. Louis was like a bigger entertainment city. So I really think around that time, like a lot of people would have like got some deals.
Yeah, man, it's wild because that time, man, maybe if it wasn't for battle rap, you know, it wouldn't even capture that moment, you know, that we was having, you know, in the city where it was so much fresh new talent that was like spitting. People like you, Tef Poe, Dub, like y'all wasn't, like you said, St. Louis don't really get respected as lyricists, but you guys are true lyricists. You know what I mean? And
Go ahead.
No. But I was just gonna say, like when that whole battle rap Midwest movement, battle rap, I think that was around the same time. They were just battle rapping. They wasn't even counting the music that was coming out. You know what I mean? And you were one of the people who wasn't battle rapping, but putting out great music, man. You know what I'm saying? So that was a real moment. You know what I mean?
Man, we had so many dope artists out like around that time, and I said like what 2013. I probably take it earlier than that, maybe 2010. 2010, like that, like 2010 to 2017, 2018, like around that like time span. That's when like a lot of people was just killing it.
And I heard you battled Tef Poe.
Yep.
Did you win?
Of course, man. Of course I won. shout out to Tef. Shout out to Tef.
Well, he say you won?
Yeah, I mean, it's on camera. Like
okay.
it was a young OGs. No, the rookies versus the OGs Slumfest battle. So it like was like a tournament elimination style type, battle. It was we had my team. It was me, Riley B, Chris Grimes, who else, man? Grim Giuliani, Doughboy Dollars. I think that was it. Okay. And then it was Tef, D-Mac, Prophet, Grease Gutter, and Vito.
Okay.
And so they had like certain challenges to do like each round. And then each round, like whoever lost, you know what I'm saying, to get eliminated. So it ended up coming down to me and Tef. No, it didn't. I think I got Tef out of there like the third round.
You got him out early?
Yeah. Well, it like was a elimination type round. They would like pick from the little cup, and that's who you battle. So like I think they set that one up though. They kind of wanted me to go at it, but again, it was you know what I'm saying, like a like a freestyle.
Yeah, man, that was them glory days, battle round where you just had to show up.
We had to come with it because that's around the time Tef was 106 and Park. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he was the GOAT around here. Like he was the king.
It was a lot of, man, I remember Tef records being in barbershops and stuff like that. People was really like saying he was the next one, man. And
I heard about Tef Poe when I was still in high school, like talking about like 9th grade. That's how long he been out. Like I used to go to Sound Revolution, and it would be like $1 mixtape on like the counter, and he was on there. It was Tef Poe and a bunch of other cats. Like that's how long he been out here like grinding. Man, you know what I mean?
Dude is definitely a legend, man. Like you being somebody that graduated, got your bachelor's degree, master's degree. How did you come up with the song "Niggas with Degrees," man?
I was finishing up school.
Yeah.
Like around 2013 is when I graduated from like college with my bachelor's. So around that time I was working on Bovember 3. So I was like towards the end of getting it. And I was just talking about everything that I went through during that time, trying to get my degree. I got my degree and still don't got like a secure job. I'm still like subbing. I don't got a certified position, stuff like that. But I stuck through it. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much what that song was about. Like it was a celebration for sticking with school and staying on the right track. So, and, getting, what I'm saying, finishing up the goal.
Yeah, man. I mean, it resonated with a lot of guys like myself who was, trying to get through it. You know what I mean?
Man.
So, like, how beneficial do you think having a college degree is for a black man?
Depending on your field, it's very beneficial. Like with my field, it's education. So, like I need a degree in order to, even like I can get like a sub job, but with the degree, it's so many more perks that come with it.
A lot of
You
more
know what I mean?
opportunity.
A lot of more opportunities. It opens up more doors, you know what I'm saying, for you. So getting a degree is very important for like whatever field that, you know what I'm saying, you're pursuing. Some fields don't require a degree, you know what I'm saying, and people still make plenty of money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But depending on your field that you're, you know, aspiring to get in, whether teaching or, you know what I'm saying, the medical field and stuff like that, some of those things require degrees.
Yeah.
Like that's why I went back to get my master's, so I can, you know, get outside the classroom and actually be like an administrator. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying, start doing things from a managerial role and stuff like that.
Yeah, man. It definitely opened up a lot of, you know, opportunities and things like. I think that's one of the things that we miss because, you know, people, at least when I hear brothers talking, you know, they don't understand the financial benefit of going to college and incurring all that debt, but they don't know, like, a lot of times when you get a college degree, man, like, your ability to earn more goes up significantly more, you know, having a college degree versus not having one. So that's one of the conversations that's not really mentioned or talked about, and you kind of spoke on that through your song, man, and it's a really dope track, man.
Thank you, bro.
You mentioned Bovember 3, and man, one of the things that I love about your projects is the artwork on your projects, man.
Yeah, that's
like, could you talk about the artwork on Bovember 3, man?
shoot. The title was called A Beautiful Ugly. So I wanted something that captured, you know what I'm saying, that title, you know what I'm saying, fully. So Rashid used to do all my artwork like back in the day. And we just came up with the idea of like
Your cousin Rashid.
Yeah. Shout out She's fast. But we had an idea just making it a Picasso art. You know, because the music itself is already art. Picasso's, you know what I'm saying, style was beautiful, but it was ugly. You know what I mean? And then with, you know what I'm saying, like the content owner, it talked about the good and the bad. It's kind of like life. Like life is a beautiful ugly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's you're gonna have a lot of beautiful, you know what I'm saying, great moments, but at the same time, it's gonna, you know, it has to come with, you know, the ugly too. And so like with that title, we figured that like having a Picasso theme style cover art would best fit that.
Yeah, man. Like, you definitely picked the right inspiration for the artist, and the artwork and the soundtrack, the storytelling on it all fits, man. And one of the songs, you know, which is a favorite, is Chi Chi, man.
Oh yeah.
And like, how did you come up with that song? Are you like a big like Scarface fan or something? Like
I love Scarface. I love Scarface.
Okay.
But I had the album done, and only thing that I was missing was a radio record, like something with a bop. I had like one, but it wasn't like that type of bop though. Like it wasn't something that like I, you know, believe that like the radios or the, you know, the clubs play like that. So that's what I was looking for. Chi Chi is a story about music, like selling music like it was a drug. But it was also a lot of truth to it though, because like my connect, who was a producer, he kind of ghosted on me. So like I was really telling like a real story, you know what I'm saying, with it. And then I had met up with Bo, and then Bo played me Chi Chi, and then, you know, that kind of just, you know, became a life of his own. But when I went to meet Bo, he was playing me a bunch of beats. Like he was playing me beats that he liked. You know, this is one thing with producers too. Like they best beats be the ones that they hate. Every producer I done came across, man, they best beats be ones that they hate. They be like, man, he like tried to like skip that beat. He like played it for like 5 seconds and skipped. I said, wait, man, hold on. He had played me like 20 beats. I'm like, yeah, man, that's cool, man, that's cool. Next one. Then he played that one, and he like tried to skip. I said, no, play that back. And then he played that. I was like, that's it. That's the one.
Bo Willie got so many slappers, man. Like I went to his beat store.
Mm-hmm.
Still got dope,
man,
dope stuff on there,
he
man.
He the only producer in this city that has produced for everybody. When like Bo was on his run, everybody had a Bo Willie beat.
Man.
Everybody. Like, everybody. He's still one of the best producers in my opinion. Not just locally, but just period.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So he like taking a hiatus, but you know, I had talked to him like the other day. I said, man, after you finish, you know what I'm saying, you know, taking your vacay, it's time for you to, you know what I'm saying,
we definitely, man,
come back and flex.
Man, get him out, man. We need some more stuff from Bo Willie.
We really do, man.
So in August of 2014, teenager Mike Brown was killed by police officer Darren Wilson. Spurred an international protest movement. You was frontline in a lot of what happened, you know, here in St. Louis and Ferguson during that time, man. How would you describe the Mike Brown protests, Ferguson uprising?
It was, I never experienced nothing like that. I mean, of course, like racism, you know what I'm saying, being discriminated against. I experienced that. I think that's what brought me out there. Mm-hmm. I think that's what brought everybody out there. Mm-hmm. Like we heard, I was driving. I seen on Facebook that somebody had shot a teenage boy and just left him on the street.
Yeah.
So that's why everybody was at West Florissant, because we heard that he was left on the west, like on the Quick Trip lot.
What people don't know, who not from St. Louis, is that little part that he was at. Like that was, like you said, that Quick Trip. That's a kind of frequent way that people go back and forth.
Yeah.
So he was there for 4 hours.
4 hours, bro. And we was up there. I know I was up there for maybe like 2 hours after the whole, you know, thing had went down. But everybody was up there at Quick Trip because that's where we heard that he got killed there. But it turns out he was in Canfield. So everybody's up there. His mother, you know what I'm saying, was like, they won't let me, you know, go see him. His like stepfather had a sign. Mm-hmm. And they wouldn't let them go over there at that particular time. Mm-hmm. So everybody was, you know what I'm saying, kind of going off on the cops and stuff like that because of that. But I think like a lot of people was out there because we was just fed up. We was just fed up of being treated like, you know, animals. Yeah. Fed up being, you know, done wrong and killed for no reason. You see plenty of stuff on YouTube where somebody white disrespect the cop. They be walking around with guns or swinging on them, spitting on them. The cops would be doing everything in their power to control them. You know what I'm saying? Like, the right way. They not pulling no guns out on them. They not screaming at them. They trying to handle it in the most polite manner as possible. You know what I'm saying? But us, on the other hand, you know, we say one thing, you know what I'm saying, that they don't like. You know, they want to hem us up or, you know, take it to another level. So, like, I think a lot of people was out there because we was just fed up of being treated, you know what I'm saying, wrong. Like, that was just the last straw.
Is that how you met Darren Seals?
I met Darren Seals, I want to say 5 months prior.
Okay.
Yeah.
So y'all just got acquainted.
Ron and Tank, DOA, them my guys. Yeah. I met him through them.
Solid dudes.
Yeah. And I met him at a show. It like might have been that year or the year prior. He had just, I believe he just kind of healed up. Like he had got shot prior, and he just healed up or whatever. But I had met him through them, and he was just a solid dude, man. He's real cool, easy to get along with. I say this story all the time. Like, he invited me and my brother over for Sunday dinner, you know what I'm saying, to eat with him, his little brother, his mom, rest in peace to his mother, and Tank and Ryan, you know what I mean? So, like, Seals was one of them dudes, like, if he rock with you, like you was like family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's one of the people, the voices that's, you know, needed, you know what I'm saying, now, because he was a street cat, but had a lot of sense, a lot of
Very
knowledge,
intelligent.
and one of them guys that, you know, people from, you know what I'm saying, the streets will actually listen to because he actually been through that, you know what I mean? And that's someone that they can follow, and he can help them get on the right path.
So what was it like when you was out there with him, when y'all was out protesting together?
Being around cats like him, Dub, I was kind of at ease, like, you know, having them guys like around, like, you know, like if anything go down, you know, everybody gonna get to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like but Seals was very important to the movement. He was very important just in general. You know what I mean? I think if he was still alive today, he would have done some real good in the community.
Yeah, man. He definitely will be missed, man. In 2016, you released Fro America, which you described as the soundtrack to Black America.
Yeah.
And you had a song on there specifically called Riots, man. And it's a storytelling about, you know, what was happening out there in Ferguson. For anybody who want to know what it was like being out there, I think your song Riots like captures that fully, man. How did you end up recording that and making that, man?
Shout out to my dude Crisis, because Crisis produced like a lot of records on that album. And really with me, I just tell like my producer what I'm trying to paint.
Yeah.
Okay, I need a beat that fits this topic. I need it dark. I need this, and that.
Yeah.
And for the most part, you know what I'm saying, they nail it. So being that Fro America was pretty much like my recap of, you know what I'm saying, everything that transpired during that time.
Yeah.
And I wanted to tell a story about the riots and, you know what I'm saying, like what happened when we was out there. You know what I'm saying? Like so when I say like Fro America was the soundtrack of Black America, certain records on there that, you know, if you seen a movie and them scenes happen, you can put those records on there. And so Riot, you can put Riots there. You see blacks unifying and marching and protesting. All my, you know what I'm saying? You see Black Love, I Think I Love Her. You know what I'm saying? Somebody getting betrayed, you know what I'm saying? Backstab, COINTELPRO, or The Man. You know what I'm saying? Two young blacks in the street, they having generational wars. This is karma, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So all those, you know what I'm saying, ideas, I just wanted to put on wax. And that's an album that, you know what I'm saying, you can always come back to, because all those topics are going to forever be relevant.
Man, you're not lying, man. Your one track, TGIB, Thank God That I'm Black.
Yes, sir.
It was actually featured in the documentary Color of Medicine, the story of Homer G. Phillips.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For those who don't know who Homer G. Phillips was, he was a civil rights attorney here in St. Louis, who, you know, he fought for and was able to build the only public hospital for black people in St. Louis, man. He was tragically killed, shot by two men. You know, that's how he met his end, and they end up going free. So another story. But how did that come about, man? How did your song end up being featured on that documentary? Such a heavy song, a heavy documentary, man.
Your boy, Mac.
Christopher McNeil.
So you know, so I worked at Sumner. Mac was the principal at Sumner, and I'm not sure how he got in touch with the producers of the movie, Joyce Fitzpatrick and Brian Shackelford. They were they were just like shooting the school and stuff like that. And I think they had to interview somebody from the school because, you know, Sumner's right next door to home of G.G. Phillips. But Mac let them know, like, hey, man, I got a teacher here that's a rapper. Woo wop the wham. You might want to, you know,
Yeah.
interview him or see what he got for you. I sent them some music. They like Thank God I'm Black. And they used that, you know what I'm saying, for the theme for the documentary. And I've had a relationship with Joyce and Brian ever since, man. They're beautiful people.
Man, like such a powerful record. Thank God that I'm Black, man. How did you come up with that joint, man?
Man, so Bo Willie, me and Bo Willie, we was actually working on a project called Bo Squared around like that time span, 2015. And Thank God I'm Black was one of the records that we cut. So it's a lot of like records that I put on other projects that Bo Willie produced that was from Bo Squared. No, we just that's like my detox. Like it was supposed to be a double disc album. We like recorded like 30 some records. I don't know why we didn't release it. You know what I'm saying? But we like put Thank God I'm Black on Fro America, ATM on Fro God and stuff like that. But yeah, that's one of the records where he like made the beat and it just had like empowerment. You know what I'm saying? It just had one of, you know, and that was an anthem, an empowerment record. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of my skin, proud of my hair, proud of my heritage, and proud of who I am.
Man, that's a very incredible record, man. It's one that, and it knocked too, man. You know what I mean? It's not. It's man, like seeing you perform it is even better, man, because the drums and everything really come in, man. So Thank God that I'm Black, man, is one of my favorite joints, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Definitely one of my favorite joints, man. So this is what I want to ask you, man, because you're a great storyteller. Do you think storytelling is a lost art in rap, or? Okay.
Nah, man, it's it all depends on who you listen to. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the rappers and stuff that's commercial standpoint, they do their job of just making the music that you want to have a good time and chill and listen to. You can't really vibe out to no storytelling records on like the radio and the club. You know what I mean? Like, but you still got your people like Cole, Joyner Lucas, the Kendricks. You know what I'm saying? Like, and plenty of other rappers who tell like stories. But it's definitely not a lost art. Lyricism isn't a lost art. All that stuff is still there. It's just really about your preference of who you want to listen to. But all that stuff is still there. It hasn't went nowhere.
Yeah. Do you feel like you are the best telling rapper of your generation? Or
one of them, most of the world hasn't heard me.
Who would come in a close second?
Joyner Lucas, Kendrick Lamar. Them my top two of this generation. Joyner Lucas, what Joyner Lucas did that nobody has done, he was able to tell stories but make it knock though. Know what I mean? So like that's one of the guys who was able to tell like stories and put like the modern day trap beats to it and still, you know what I'm saying, make people, you know, nod and kind of bop to it. So I would say far as like from an industry standpoint, he might, I say he's the best storyteller, you know what I'm saying, in the game.
But as far as independent artists?
Oh, me, of course.
Okay.
Of course, me, for sure.
Most definitely. I wouldn't debate with you on that, man.
Sure,
we can debate. Me and you can debate.
Yeah,
but we're not gonna debate on that.
Think different. I got a bunch of records where we can go storytelling song for storytelling song.
Got you, man. So what is your opinion on the rap scene in St. Louis?
I mean, it's good. You know what I'm saying? people like everybody got their own lane, man. I know Sexy Red get a lot of, you know what I'm saying, hate
Yeah.
because, you know, she's the hottest in the game right now, and people feel that her music, you know, really doesn't have a substance or it's not the best lyrically, stuff like that. But me personally, you know, I'm happy for her. You know, she was able to make it to, you know, that level that everybody wants to make it to.
I mean, you understand why some people would be critical of what she
Yeah,
what she
for
put
sure.
out, though. You know
Yeah,
what
I mean, it ain't. It's not everybody's cup of tea. But my music isn't everybody's cup of tea. Drake's music isn't everybody's cup of tea. So everybody not always gonna be satisfied. You know what I mean? But I think the scene is, you know what I'm saying, dope. And if you don't rock with Sexy Red, you got Smino. You know what I'm saying? Smino was in that. He's in that. You know what I'm saying? Level 2. And from what I, you know what I'm saying, here, it's a bunch of other cats that's making, you know what I'm saying, big noise, who's not necessarily, you know what I'm saying, on like a Sexy Red or Smino level, but they got hundreds of thousands of listeners or, you know what I'm saying, fans and stuff like that. You can look at Dub. You know what I'm saying? Dub has hundreds of thousands of listeners, tapes that, you know, got millions of, you know what I'm saying, streams. You know what I'm saying? But he not on, you know what I'm saying, that exact level. I think people need to just, if you support an artist, then you need to be pushing them. Like if are you mad that Sexy Red is where she at, like you mad Sexy Red got that spotlight and your favorite artist don't, then you need to be pushing your favorite artist more.
Yeah, but like you said, man, it's so many other artists in St. Louis that's doing a lot, you know, and I know they like 30 Deep Grammy. I know he's currently incarcerated right now. It's a few of our, you know, really big independent artists that have recently been incarcerated, you know, but I still like a lot of the new generation too, man. You know, I really like Karma Twos, man. I think like he's definitely one of the, you know, next up and coming. He seemed like he got the most energy behind him, you know what I mean? Which I wanted to ask you, who do you think the top rappers in STR in St. Louis are right now, but don't include yourself?
To be honest, I don't even know. Like I don't be keeping up with everybody.
Okay.
I'm not tapped in like that, you know, to where I can tell you who's like the top, you know what I'm saying, new guys. What I do know is me being a teacher, my students, you know what I'm saying, they listen to the Sexy Reds, the Karma guy, forgive me for
Karma Twos?
Karma Tools. So like the people that my students, you know what I'm saying, talk about, I would figure that they would be like, you know what I'm saying, the hottest in the city. When I was working at Gateway, when a 3 Problem song had came on, like they knew it verbatim, like it was a Bible verse. You know what I mean? The AMRD honchos, like so, like dudes like that, I do know of because those are what the kids would listen to or play their YouTube videos and stuff. The Karma Tools, you know what I mean? So that's who I would consider like, you know, the hottest. Whatever the kids is listening to. Sexy Red, you know what I'm saying? Like when Ski came out, that's all the kids were saying. Pound Town, that's all the kids was talking about. You know what I'm saying? So
I got you, man. So what is it like being an independent artist, man?
Shoot, I mean it's hard work because everything pretty much is like on you. It just, man, I think what is stopping a lot of us from kind of getting over that hump is just like the funds. You know what I mean? That's the main reason why I went back to school is to be able to make more money so I can put more money into like my endeavors such as music.
Yeah, a lot of artists really don't understand the amount of money it take to really push a record. Like a lot of those records that you hear on mainstream radio, You know, it's about, at the bare minimum, about $250,000 been dropped
Yep.
on, you know, marketing and producing, promoting that record, man. So it take a lot. It takes some money, man. If you're serious about, you know, being an artist, whether it's rapping or singing or whatever, like you're gonna have to, you know,
Yeah.
make that money. You
Yeah,
know?
man.
Put some money into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like traveling and networking in other places. So so you can get into, you know, other networks and work with artists from other cities and cross promote, you know what I'm saying, share fan bases and stuff like that. It's a lot, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it definitely takes money. Like when they say music is what they say 10% talent and 90% business,
Yeah.
that stuff is true.
Yeah. For sure,
Stuff is
man.
true.
How important are relationships in music?
Very important. Very important. I say my managers, they stay out on the West Coast. So it was plenty, not plenty, but it was a handful of opportunities that they had like set up for me with top producers. I got some records done with some, I met up with some. I wasn't able to keep those relationships strong because I didn't stay out there and just traveling back and forth to from St. Louis to LA, like that cost a pretty penny. Know what I mean? So having relationships and maintaining those relationships is very important. Know what I mean? So like I got like a lot of, you know, slack like, hey man, you know, you got managers, but like what are they doing?
Yeah.
It's hard. Like they do their job, but it's hard for me to like keep relationships with top level producers or artists that stay in Cali and I'm all the way in St. Louis.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? Because I'm not physically there, you know what I'm saying, in their face or in those, you know what I'm saying, scenes to continuously build up those relationships and stuff. They constantly meeting new people, they constantly elevating, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like a out of sight, out of mind type of thing.
But also, like, when it comes to collaborations, you know what I mean, working with independent medias, um, independent artists, like those type of relationships, how important are those
Very,
relationships, you
very.
know?
I say any relationship that can do you some good is beneficial. You know what I mean? Like if I linked up with another Bodine-ish type of, you know, artist in California or a different state, it's important for me to continue to build on that relationship. You know what I'm saying? Work with them, you know what I'm saying, and help build his fan base and he
Yeah.
help build mine.
Yeah.
It's important if I come across another, you know what I'm saying, platform like a You Listen from in Chicago or Atlanta. It's important for me to continuously build up, you know what I'm saying, our relationship because, you know, we both need each other.
Hear you, man. So, like, what makes you different?
What makes me different from other artists?
Yeah.
Let me see. What makes me different? I am well, for one, I tell, you know what I'm saying, my story through my lens. And I'm able to look at it from not just being a black male, but like an educator's perspective.
Okay.
Like my music, my music is just well diverse. It's not just one type of style. You know, I can make you, you know what I'm saying, laugh. I can make you appreciate, you know what I'm saying, the lyricism. I can make you cry. I can make you think about you know what I'm saying, the struggles that, you know, we went through 500 years ago. I say that's what stands me apart from like everybody else. I'm very, very, very diverse artist.
Yeah, you definitely try to be very intentional about your range, you know, and the topics that you want to cover. You're very intentional about this stuff, man.
It's
So
it's hard to just it's hard to put me in a box because I can, you know what I'm saying, touch every box.
Yeah.
Only thing I can't do is sing. You know what I mean? I can't sing, but everything else.
I mean, we
though,
got auto tune, man.
Yeah,
You go ahead and touch that auto tune, man. You can sing.
I ain't that confident with that yet, though.
Man, you got it. If you really wanted to do it, man, you could do it, man. They work something out with this AI technology, something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We can get something popping.
We'll make it happen.
Yeah. So, man, I guess the last joint, man, what would be your message in your music?
What would be my message in my music? I got multiple messages in my music, like that's a good question.
I mean, because you do have a lot of messages, man. Because, like you said, you are very diverse. You try to cover a lot of different things, man. So, I think, you know, a lot of the records that you have done, especially talking about Black power, Black liberation, man. You able to create art that's good to listen to. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just like, oh, this some conscious crap and, you know, it's for the backpackers. It's for, if you like good music, man, this is hot. You know?
Yeah, and like, it's not just backpacker music. Like, people, I don't know why people keep, like, people be trying to put me in that box. Yeah. I'm just a backpack rapper, but I'm not.
Yeah.
I do, you know what I'm saying, like, all different type of, you know what I'm saying, styles and genres of, like, the you know what I'm saying, rap music. I just do it in my way. Even if you hear me on a trap beat, I ain't gonna be talking about, you know, slanging, you know, cracking stuff like that. But I can still give you something meaningful.
You know what I'm saying?
On
sauce on it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I just give you my own sauce. I would say you will hear my message if you listen. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Play the record and you listen, and you'll catch the message and whatever, you know what I'm saying, topic I'm talking about.
I like that, man. So you listen is the message, you listen is the platform, and you listen. I think that's it, man. I think we got it, man. You know what I mean? I appreciate you, bro, for coming out.
Of course.
And, man, you know, you're going to continue to make some more stuff. So, you know, we're going to have a part 2 one of these days, man.
Yes, sir. Definitely glad to be on the platform. Looking forward to the next one, bro.
All right, signing out. Listen to Bodine, man. We building. All right.